Hello, love. And welcome back to LPHtarot, as in love and peace and happiness. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I'm back to deliver another tarot message for you. So let's see what we have going on today in the energy. We're actually coming to you live today from nailfads Studio, my beautiful nail salon. I figured I'd sit here. It's a Saturday. Maybe there'll be walk-ins, maybe they won't. I'm worried about it. But if I get up because somebody's at the door, you now know why. So we'll see what's going on in the energies today. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Okay. All right, so I'm using the Fatality Tarot today. I have my handmade oracles, my handmade clarifying deck for the studio. And then I have several oracle decks. I just dropped half the deck. Hold on, y'all. That was not expected, MJ. I see you. I see Cat with me. That's what's up. I need to make sure I get all these cards. We don't want to read with a partial deck. We'd like to read with a full deck. So these are the ones I can see. Let me just peek down there and make sure I haven't missed any, because that could be an issue. Oh, yes, and there's more right here. Got them. All right, this is all the cards for sure. Wow, that's a great way to start out a reading. Drop half the deck on the floor. Yeah. Let's see what we have coming out. Let me shuffle these again. I just feel like, yeah, that's not enough. Yeah, it is a nice tree, huh? One of my clients made that as a gift from my daughter with the new baby, and she was like, oh, I think we'll just keep this here. These little lights even turn on, but yeah, I just didn't do it right now. But yeah, it's really nice, and it was handmade gift. She's really good at making decorations, like for weddings and stuff like that, occasions. She's really good at that stuff, so we were really grateful for the gift because it's gorgeous. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can use the tree in the reading, and then we'll have, me on the sofa with the tree. It's perfect. So let's see what we have for your message today. Let's slide over a little bit. There we go. That's a little more comfy. Okay. So here we go. What love, source, God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, is the most important message. The most important message is the King of Pentacles. You're a boss, you're large in charge, and you got it going on. Stay in your integrity. Be true to yourself. There's the energy here of master of materialization. It's like you make things happen. That is a blessing and a responsibility. Okay. You have the ability to care for those in your experience, those who you love. You can care for. You're a provider energy, right? King of Pentacles has plenty to provide for, as is shown with the three little ones floating around the edges of this card. You see them down there? So yeah. All right. Let's see. What's the opportunity here? King of Pentacles has an opportunity. Also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Not necessarily, doesn't have to be, but that is what's coming with King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Fixed Earth. Okay. Let me see. What's the message? The Ten of Swords is in reverse. Wow. This is great. Because it's like any acts against you, anything, game over in reverse. Game being over. Like the game. I love that it says game over on there, because what I just heard was whoever thought they were gaming with you, they got another thing coming. Like they were never even on the same freaking playing field is what I'm getting. They were never even on the same playing field. They were never in the same space. They were never in the same league. Thank you. They were never in the same league. Yet they have the audacity to think that they were in this game with you, and no, I heard they were just playing themselves. They were just playing themselves. Also, in Ten of Swords, there's something you were trying to figure out, something you were trying to get a final answer to, and I see that you're deducing the final answer at this time. Okay, I see that you know the answer now. Something that was puzzling you, you know the answer, and the game has been over. Even though you didn't know this information yet, the game has been over. I also just heard somebody was trying to make sense of a betrayal. Like, why the heck did they do this? I don't understand why they would do this. And it was kind of floating in your brain. I just heard for somebody who was keeping you up late at night. It's like, and during the day, it would randomly come through your mind. I heard at least 8 times a day. And it's because you sensed that there was something there that was hidden from you. You sensed that there was some lack of truth. You sensed that there was some details missing, like some information was missing. I heard you were right. And it's like I just saw you have an epiphany, like, whoa, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that before? Okay, I get it now. So there's something that you didn't understand before, now you get it. And there's no denying it. So let me see what's below you. There's that deception. You were feeling 7 of Swords energy. Yeah, you were feeling like something was just off. You could feel it. What is that? Why is this bugging me? Something just don't feel right. I feel like I'm missing part of the information. I feel like I'm missing part of the truth. I'm feeling like somebody tell me the whole story. Where the rest of the story is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, somebody feels like it's not a lie if I just omitted some facts. It may not be a specific lie because you didn't tell all the facts, but it's still an omission of the facts. It's like leaving it out doesn't exonerate you from the consequences. It doesn't free you from the repercussions energetically and karmically at all. It does not. Okay. So let's see, in the past, what had happened was, this is what had really happened. I heard this is what had really happened. But you felt something. So what was it that had really happened that you were feeling funky about? Something just didn't feel right. Yeah, this feels like we're reading for an earth sign person. Let me see. What had happened in the past? Something just didn't feel right. And it was the Lovers. You brought somebody flowers and they shied away. They wouldn't accept the flowers that you were bringing them. You were bringing somebody. So somebody was in your life. It could have been a Gemini person with the Lovers energy, but regardless of what zodiac sign it actually was in your past, when you brought them flowers, their response was not normal. When you brought them love, when you brought them beautiful energy, like they didn't come towards it. They retracted some. They were hesitant before they accepted it. Somebody was actually hesitant before they accepted it. I see somebody who was hesitant before they accepted it. I see somebody who kind of pulled back before they came in a little bit. And then I just see, like, when you presented as somebody who was interested, as somebody who was bringing love to the table, it's like I just see this person would not come close. It's like whatever way they would stay at a certain distance. Okay. And you're like, something is just off there. I don't know what it is. Well, just remember, rejection is God's protection and redirection, regardless of what's going on out there in these streets. That is always the case. That will always be the case. Like, what's for you will not miss you. What's for you is for you, and that's it. Okay. What's above you? So what's on your mind now that you see this epiphany? What's on your brain at this time? Above you, you have the 5 of Wands. Oh, yeah. I see how I missed a problem. I heard how I missed biting a bullet there. You're like, well, no wonder they had all these different energies around them, different ones around them. No wonder they were so combative. No wonder this, no wonder. It's like, it all makes sense now. Like, let me put that one on for you. This one shows too. Yeah, let me put this one on for you too. But yeah, it's like, now that all makes sense. Now it makes sense why they this. Now it makes sense why that. It's like all of a sudden now something makes sense in this situation. And the pieces start fitting together. Ay, Dios mío, este puta no quiere salir. This thing's supposed to come out so much easier than that. What they do? Wrap it around a few times, tape it on. Oh, no, that one's not coming off. So we're just going to, leave that out. All right. So, yeah, there was it's like, now I know why they were hesitant. Now I know why things didn't line up. Now I know why there was disagreements. Now I know why it was a challenge or why it just couldn't come together, something like that. But now you know why, and it makes sense. Now you can see how it's a conflict of interest. Now you can see how what you were presenting was a conflict of interest. Now you can see how and why, how this person had other people they was interested in, or they still hadn't finished another situation. Somebody here didn't tell you that they were still married. I see that. Somebody here didn't tell you that they were dating other people. I heard a line of them. I heard chain, 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 chain of fools. That's what I heard. Oh, Lord. So they got a whole chain of fools that they've been stringing along that think that they're only for them. But you're so stable, grounded, and connected. You couldn't be. I'm not going to say it that way. I'm going to keep that to myself, but I'll say it this way. I'll say that spirits got jokes, and they're funny. But you couldn't be tempted in the average way. Like, sensual seduction and all that stuff, it didn't really work on you. They couldn't. It's like you're so grounded and stable that your root chakra is not vulnerable to attack like that. Oh well, I heard, oh well, moving on. So now that you've made this connection and understanding inside of yourself about what had happened and how somebody was up to some other stuff and testing a lot of different waters all at the same time. What is the next step for you? What's the next thing coming up for you? Please and thank you. Next stop, oh board. Next stop is the Six of Wands. Oh, yeah, baby. Overcoming victory. Okay. It's like, okay, I won. So anywhere where you were kind of caught up about how things went in the situation, this is where you're like, I actually feel good about it. And I won. And I'm glad. I'm glad that it is the way it is. I'm glad that it worked out the way it did. I'm glad that our schedules didn't align. I'm glad that our lifestyles didn't align. I'm glad we had disagreement. I'm glad that, we could make that day. I'm glad that they had so much other stuff going on and it was not for me. Okay, let me see. I heard I wouldn't want that type of person anyway. I just keep seeing Jack Skellington in my mind's eye. For somebody, Jack Skellington is highly relevant in this situation. Let me see what you're doing in this. What are you doing in this? And I feel like, why am I seeing Jack Skellington, but his face is upside down? I'm just seeing his face and it's upside down. So let me see. What are you doing? I heard, because hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. So if their name is Jack and you told them to hit the road and you're like, don't come back no more. 5,000 points. Okay. What are you doing in this Eight of Wands? moving on, moving forward, catching up to the arrows that you had launched. And this image, it's like the situation is these plants have outgrown that cardboard box that they're being grown in. It's like it's time for a suitable place to be. It's time to go somewhere else because you got to be transplanted. You're going to have to be moved. You're going to have to be transplanted in some sort of way. They have to move you to another place, some place that fits you. This place doesn't fit you. This situation doesn't contain you. And it's like, okay, I see you. I'm gonna get back out there. I'm gonna get back out there and see what else I can make happen in this energy. Get back out there. All right, let's see. In your environment, or what do you have in your environment? In your environment, you have a Leo person. You have strength, okay? Yeah, Leo person energy here. Interesting. This image is quite abstract and it's pretty interesting because I see a creature. In the physical, they bow down, they submit. But it's like part of them is not. It's screaming to the heavens. Part of them is screaming to the heavens while the other part bows down. So there's something here about submission in this energy. They ain't got no choice but to submit to this energy. Hell yeah. And they might not freaking like it. What? There's a Leo person in your environment for someone. Show me more. How do you feel about this? What's going on in your innermost emotional state of being? Your emotional body. What's really going on there in this energy? The Nine of Cups. You're like, yay, look at me. I'm so proud of me. Emotionally independent. I'm happy. They don't determine my happiness. And they don't have control over me. I'm telling you, somebody wanted to take some kind of control over you in this situation. They definitely did. Okay. All right. So where's the outcome in this? You're feeling wish fulfillment. You're feeling content. You're feeling emotionally independent from this situation. Outcome energy is the Tower. That is a loss, and I don't usually hear permanent loss with this, but yeah, it's a permanent loss in this. What up, Interstellars here? It's a permanent loss in this. The Tower is falling out, and the thing is, it's okay with you because like what fell out was so that things could fall into place in a better position. I just saw yeah, I can see somebody like, and this is just an illustration Spirit's giving me to talk from, but I saw where it's like the puzzle, like something bumps the table and it makes the puzzle pieces fly, but then now the first thing your eye lands on is this piece that is now right side up, and it's sitting right next to where that next piece, it's like the piece you were looking for becomes obvious. And it's in close proximity. And all you got to do is now place it where it belongs. Because now you see it where before you didn't. Before the table got bumped, you couldn't see this piece. They said, as a matter of fact, before the table got bumped, it was flipped upside down. It was on the up underneath some other pieces. And then I don't know what kind of bump had to bump your table, because if I bump the table a little bit, like the whole thing ain't going to go flying. But that's the way they showed it to me. And of course, we're talking about the situation. So let's see what the permanent loss looks like. It looks like Knight of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, because you're going to let it go, drop that baggage, and move the heck on, right? And then the Six of Cups from the past. That, yeah, it's become part of your past. The that just came out of my throat was because they said it was a reminder of, I had to tell somebody, if you're so worried about my past, you better be careful before you become a part of my past. And that's the vibe. That's the energy here. Somebody was so worried about your past that they literally became part of your past. So let me see what else in the outcome here. The Three of Pentacles, working together, third-party situation, and Six of Pentacles, you get exactly what you invest. So somebody here, Whoa, I just saw a lot. And it's down the road for this person. It may not be immediately, but at some point, it's like this person has strung so many people along and played with so many hearts that at the point where their heart truly becomes invested, they're going to have that situation return to them. That's how karma works, right? You put it out, you get it back, and that's what's going to happen. That is definitely, I was going to say that may not be, no, but it is definitely not what they want to hear, but it is still what is by divine design. Like, this is divinely ordained. I didn't decide that karma is real. God did. The universe is that. And it's like, because the universe is constantly seeking balance to balance out situations. So, yeah, bottom of the deck, what do we have? 5 of Swords. And this is where you were at one point. It's like, what the heck is going on? I don't know. I got to get away from this. So you had already separated yourself from this when the understanding came through. There was an understanding that you received after you removed yourself from the situation. Because like I said, you were already out of there, and then it played on your mind. It's just like the integrity in you, the groundedness of you. You couldn't get carried away about the situation in the first place anyways. It was just not your way to get carried away in the situation. So let's take some clarifiers about this in regards to a love situation. I do see quite a bit of pentacles here, so I feel like Spirit could eventually actually make me or have me to channel the messages in regards to like a career, work, contract type of situation, something financial opportunity as well. So hold tight for that. But let's clarify this in regards to this interpersonal connection. It could be romantic, it could be familiar, it could be any kind really. But at the end of the day, somebody got in the way of something here. Show me that lovers in the past where the big mess up happened. We had the 7 of Cups, an illusion to the Empress. How you going to give the Empress an illusion? Oh, Lord. 7 of Cups to the Empress. And there's the lovers with the Sun. Yeah, somebody tried to present an illusion thinking that the Empress wasn't going to see it, but it was clear as day that something was off. She might not have been able to say exactly what it was, but nobody was getting away with nothing here. Like, that's just that. Oh my gosh, I just saw something different. Okay, so this is somebody's message. In the past, you had a situation with a Taurus and a Gemini, and this, I just see like the Taurus brought all kinds of, planted a giant new seed of joy, of peace, of happiness in the heart of a Gemini who was always caught up in the mess in their head. Wow, I just saw that so clear. And there's unconditional love there. From looking at these cards, I don't feel like this is a physical connection right now, but that message is here. I heard in that experience would have brought a lot of, because of the, I'm hearing the range of experiences, because of the variety of lessons and experiences that were had during this connection. That's what gave you a lot of insight and wisdom about what this was here. Okay. Let me see this 10 of Swords in reverse, where we talked about game over, game being over. They were never even in the same league. They weren't on the same gaming device. Like, they were on a different platform. What's the 10 of Swords? What's the number of the platform that goes to Hogwarts? Because that's the number, like 9 3/4 or something like that. Anyways, the 10 of Swords in reverse. By the 10 of Swords, clarified by the 10 of Swords and Knight of Coins. And the Page of Cups. And the 7 of Coins. Okay, yeah. So this 10 of Swords in reverse is like, yeah, the betrayal doesn't affect, there is no betrayal. You're not being slowed down by it. It's not messing with you. Somebody never even was in the game with you, because you had no problem calling it quits, dropping it off. I heard dropping off the kids at the pool. And when I said that, it literally meant taking a dump, like taking a dump, dropping off the kids at the pool. In other words, once you flushed it, it was gone. And Somebody else needed to go tend to their own garden, because the acts of self-betrayal that they thought that was given to you actually was affecting them. It didn't really affect you like that. Yeah, let me see the Seven of Swords below you. Why is the Seven of Swords here below you? Because of the Queen of Swords and the Three of Wands, protecting that, holding space and protecting that place for the beautiful stuff that's coming in. Because Five of Swords, somebody was self-sabotaging in some chaos, and the Page of Wands, self-sabotaging and good news. Somebody here, ha ha ha, what you saw, this deception was actually, you know, and it's been coming up a lot lately in the channel about this Seven of Swords was like distraction. Don't get distracted right now when good things are coming your way. You're going to have to protect the space for the good things coming your way. You're going to have to protect your space, because there's some external force that would like to sabotage that because it's not in their best interest, or because it's light versus dark energy, because it's love versus anti-love energy. And you're like, ha, I heard you can see it all. You're sensitive to it all because you're so much in your singularity. So that's pretty cool. Let me see that Five of Wands above you. What's the Five of Wands above you? And I just heard the word competition. There's no competition. Okay, we have the Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here again with the Chariot, overcoming challenges and difficulties through self-development. I heard. Okay, we have the Page of Coins. That's like good talk. I heard that's a good talk. Four of Swords. Listen, somebody has a lot of talk, but no action to back it up. And I heard, because I'm the queen of talking shit and backing it up. Okay, and that's the difference between you and them. Somebody here, they talk a big game, but they don't follow through. They don't do. You, the queen of talking shit and backing it up. So whatever you say, you're going to do. In this case, you were like, look, here's the thing. What I need you to know, I heard full disclosure. Here's my warning label. If I feel like it's damaging to me, I will back off, and you'll never know why. Okay? In any sort of way. If I feel like it's unhealthy for me, if I feel like there's some sort of deception, I will feel like I owe you no explanation, and I'll be gone. I will get in my car and leave and never come back with that Queen of Pentacles and Chariot. I also see that, like, anywhere where somebody has tried to slow your roll, they're not going to be able to do that. Okay. Let me see what you're doing with that Eight of Wands. And then after this, I'm going to go into, after I clarify this, I'm going to go into the financial aspect of this. Okay. Eight of Coins, clarifying Eight of Wands. So 88 is a number coming out here. 88 is very great for your finances, for your health, for your prosperity. Seven of Wands. Okay. 10 of Wands and the Four of Coins. What are you doing? Well, moving forward, yeah, you're putting in the hard work. You're consistent. You're not going to stop, but you're not going to put in any effort to that thing that you said, you know, if you do this, then I'm going to do that. You literally did that, what you said you were going to do, and they ain't got nothing to do with your home. Like, your home is protected from this. Okay. Let me see the bottom of the clarifying deck here. Is the Hierophant. Yeah. Teaching them life lessons, baby. And so now there's angel number 55 here as well, because we had the Five of Swords at the bottom of the tarot deck and the Hierophant Major Arcana 5 at the bottom of the clarifying tarot deck. So that's what I see happening in romance. Like, somebody's getting what they give. They gave BS, so they're getting BS, and it ain't nothing to do with you, because you don't play BS games. They were never, and that's why they were never on the same playing field with you. That's why they were not on the same application. They didn't have the same hardware. There's something like that, because they're on the BS and you're on the realness. Okay, that sounds like a great title. They're on the BS and you're on the realness. BS versus realness. I'm gonna put that in the chat, so hopefully I can remember what I was going to title this, because that's what I want to title this right now. Okay. All right, so yeah, in regards to finances, you're noticing that you're on an incline. You're noticing that your finances is being going up. And the reason why, it's like something that was putting brakes on your finances is over with. for some, that break that was on your finances was carrying burdens of other people. It could have been an adult child that was in need of some mommy, daddy, can I come back home for a minute energy? But that situation has changed. If that's your case, then I feel like the child has moved out. They've got their job. They're getting their thing together. You're no longer carrying that weight, okay, for them. But that's for some. And for some, there's somebody here who was praying on your downfall, and guess what? That shit don't work, because you got your head right about who has power in your life. Before, you thought that your wealth came from your family line. You could have carried this false belief. You could have also carried the false belief that, that based off of who you were in love with, who your partner was, if you had a relationship or not. Now my finances are right because I got a relationship. No, that was a lie too. That was a falsehood. That was not true. Somebody here carried the deceptive belief that, well, only if you're famous, only if I'm famous, I got to get famous. If I don't get famous, then my money is not going to be right, grow. I won't have wealth. Those were all false beliefs that you had. Yeah. And so now it's like you started playing with that in your head, and what you found out was those were very self-limiting and self-sabotaging beliefs that you were carrying. And so through self-development, you one by one, you started to pick apart those beliefs and reveal the lies and the deceptions that were in them, trace them back to their roots. Like, where did you even get this belief from in the first freaking place? And then lay that. It's like you buried those ideas. Somebody, you literally wrote them on paper or on leaves. I'm seeing both, and tore it up if it was paper, or just buried it like compost. That's what I see. Like, it became the fodder for your new life. I see somebody even planted a seed on top of it as a symbol of the new life that was growing for you, new prosperity, new abundance that was growing for you. And I'm hearing that is a mental visualization exercise you can do if you feel like you're one who needs to do something to get your finances right. They're saying, yeah, do that process in your brain. Because remember, the universe doesn't know that what you're thinking about isn't real. The universe sees the images in your head and takes them all as realities. We've got a big truck in the back. I'm going to go close that because I don't want to hear that while I'm sitting up here talking to you. And I don't want you to have to listen to this truck either. They could be there, man. Hold on. Okay. That's not going to silence him completely, but that sure is going to take care of a good portion of that noise. All right. So let's see. Yeah, so you, listen, you everybody knew you was back there, sir. You didn't need a honk. Message. Okay. Ha! So, oh, wow. They are not going to be back there for a minute. They're pulling off. Now, there's a message in that truck, because remember, on this channel, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Even the truck. And it's like, so, as you laid down each one of these false ideas to rest and buried it, and you did that, again, some of you just did it visually in your mind. Some of you are going to go do that tonight. Somebody did that literally already. But whenever you did this, or whenever you do this, you're going to make a little noise in the energy, in the environment. Don't worry, it won't last long, is what I heard. Don't worry, it won't last long. So when I say you're going to make a little bit of noise, this new energy that you're holding, this new belief that you're building, this new mentality with this new relationship with money that you're building, it is going to make some noise. So it's almost like somebody could have something to say about it. You're going to have chatter in your brain. You can have a little bit of overthinking going on, like the old mentality trying to fight with this new knowing type of shit going on. I see all of these as strong possibilities of how that plays out, and definitely happening for different ones of you. Don't freak out when that happens. I heard when that happens, it's important for you to keep adding more fuel to that fire. Remind yourself, this is a time when you're going through that where changing your belief is creating all this external noise. To push through it faster, put more fuel on the fire. So this is a time where you will journal. You know, they talk about the 3-6-9 method, and we've even talked about here writing it so many times for so many days and all this stuff and subliminal message. Now's the time to pull out all the techniques. Do your journaling, say your prayers, do your visualizations, listen to subliminal programming. Be very, very picky about what you put in your brain. Don't watch no broke joke shit. Don't tell no broke jokes, and don't entertain no broke jokes. It's the time to listen to to songs like Money, Get Back, I'm all right, Jack, keep your hands off of my stack. Okay, stuff like that. It's like, if you're doing this, and we are talking about money here, but it could be about anything. The same techniques would apply. As you're changing a mental pattern, you're going to see some noise in your external environment that is it's like salt water and fresh water don't mix. And those two ideas don't mix. And so they're going to repel one another. But if you keep on adding more fuel to the fire, you will push through it eventually. And they're saying, and it will be a lot quicker than you think. Just like usually when a big truck comes through the back, it's delivering to the restaurant next door, and they be sitting there a while. Well, apparently this one wasn't delivering to that restaurant, and they weren't sitting there very long, was they? They were out of here long before we thought. And that's exactly how it is. If when you feel the rub, changing your perspectives, your ideas, your way of being, your actions, your synaptic patterns, your ancestral karma, your DNA, from one to the other, this is the time where you like go hard, or you're going to go home. They said if you don't go hard, you'll go home, which is the comfort zone, where you came from type of a thing. You're trying to build a new home in this. So this is the constructive period. They're saying this is the constructive period. Construction is noisy. So the noisy period is the constructive period. What are you constructing? This is where you really want to be very deliberate and intentional. And I'm hearing this is the time to be obsessive. They're even giving me the word obsessive about the new reality that you are structuring at this time, because it will take root and you will establish new structures. But you're going to have to transplant, right? We talked about transplanting. You will transplant your consciousness from, let's say, for example, poverty consciousness into wealth consciousness. This is that time. And so, yeah, don't give up. Keep on going. Keep on trucking. Yeah, keep on trucking with Interstellar and his son. Keep on trucking, baby. That's where it's at. Okay. So, yeah, I love this. This is awesome. Reading how empowering that is. Okay. And that's what I have for you at this time. I'm so thankful and grateful to deliver this message. Before we get out of here, though, let's take a little bit of cards. Let's take a Romance Angel card. So I feel like that energy there is complete. What's the next? What's good things coming in regards to love and romance for the tribe who resonated with the romance message we just got here? Good news coming is separation. Good news is their energy will not touch you no more. There's separation here. What else? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. You're very in tune with that. And it is safe for you to love. So it's like after a separation, you learn to pay attention to the red flags a little bit better. And then guess what? You'll find a situation where it is safe for you to love. Now, let's use the Moonology and tap in a little bit more in regards to that financial situation, the changing of the thought patterns and the beliefs and stuff like that. What else do you have? What else can you show for the tribe in regards to the beliefs and money situation? What do we have? And it says nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. We have believe in the possible with the blue moon. And the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, so basically that's it. Like, that was where there was the realization that the whole thought process was a whole mess. And then you first the new belief is impossible. But even the word impossible tells you I'm possible. So you keep on believing. And then as a result of your consistent and persistent belief, the situation must evolve and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So this is what I have for you at this time. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.